With the recent announcement by Donald Trump's lawyer Michael Cohen that he personally paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 to remain quiet about her affair with President Donald Trump, Stormy Daniels' manager has now said that that admission by Cohen completely nullifies and violates the non-disclosure agreement that Stormy Daniels herself signed under her real name, Stephanie Clifford. And as a result of that agreement being nullified by Trump's lawyer, Stormy Daniels is now ready and willing to tell her story about her affair with Donald Trump. Now, that's not necessarily news. We know her story because it was published many years ago, about 7 years ago, I think, in that magazine. So we know that it happened. We know that she's admitted to it in the past, and there's no question about it. Donald Trump has been relatively silent on the issue, which is odd for a guy like him who can't shut his mouth. But what is interesting here, and this is the bigger story, is that this payment is still illegal. Even if it came out of Cohen's personal pocket, it's still an in-kind contribution to the Trump campaign because this payment was made to benefit the Trump campaign. The only question that remains now is the FEC going to investigate Michael Cohen and Donald Trump and all of them for potential campaign finance violations, which they should. But more importantly, does Stormy Daniels know whether or not Donald Trump was involved in any way with this payment? Because if he was, right there, that's a felony. And that could easily, regardless of all of the other investigations going on, that could be what takes him out of office. I have to imagine that Cohen probably mentioned Trump to her a few times in their conversations, and that's going to be the part we want to know about. We don't want to hear about the disgusting things that Trump and her did together. We don't want to hear about what he said. We don't want to hear about him sitting and watching Shark Week. We want to know about that agreement, who was involved, and what Michael Cohen told her. Again, it already looks like it's pretty much completely illegal. The only questions that still need to be answered are who else was involved, how deep does this go, and did the Trump campaign itself know that this payment was going to happen? This story finally has some real-world implications here. We finally have an admission by Michael Cohen, a violation of the non-disclosure agreement. We could learn a hell of a lot from this, and I understand Stormy Daniels may just be enjoying the publicity. But she also is probably the key to breaking this story wide open. An investigation has to take place. Michael Cohen probably needs to be disbarred, if for nothing else than being probably one of the worst lawyers in the country. Because he knows that by admitting that he made the payment, one, he's telling us that the story is real and that it happened. Two, he violated his own non-disclosure agreement. And three, he basically admitted to committing a felony. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/TheRingOfFire. Hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.